Hi YouTube family, it's me again. I know it's been a while, but it's been a lot going on here in Florida, and I'm sure you've heard it all over the news. So we had some weather tragedies, and I just want to talk about those today. Some things, my garden was looking good a couple of days before the freeze. Everything was looking green like this, but this is some of the damage. And that's because I covered these up, but the wind blew some things off. Um, for the most part, I covered everything up. That's why I still have a lot of green color up here in the front. And it was easy because this is a smaller part of my garden, so I could do that. But as you can see over here, things that, um, regardless, the cold temperatures just still turned the leaves. On top of the cold, there was a lot of wind. All of this was up under two layers of covers. So that is why this is green still. But then stuff like this that the tarp blew off, these are euphorbias, snow diamond snow euphorbias. You see they were starting to bloom because I basically have blooms year round, but the blooms got fried. And as you can see, I was getting new growth on my eugenias, like, and they still are, but they said these weren't cold weather. Well, I didn't cover those, and it is so crazy that those are doing good, and I didn't cover them. But all the stuff I did cover, like for instance, some of my vincas, which vinca is a summer plant. Some of my, a lot of my lantanas, but here we go. Verbenas, they did good. They still have green. But again, look there, my vincas got damaged. Um, Angel face, angelonias, that's what's in there. My Now these shriveled up the week before. They were about to die, and I would have lost this whole one. And this is my biggest one. This is a coleus. Now this one I would have lost. I lost a lot of branches in the storm that came the week before. See how some of my limbs are, you can hear it crispy. But if I wouldn't have caught it the week before when we had a light freeze, this whole plant would have been gone. So I just moved this into the garage. I've since cut this back. This is a Pentas. It 75% of this was damaged. It was this high. So I've cut it back to this point so far. So I know now for sure that Pentas cannot handle the cold. My onions and garlics, they did good. Um, I my ornamental cabbage, they did. They're a cold weather plant, but I don't know. It's like something happened with them. They just didn't really blossom like they normally do. And these are some plants I had cut back right before the cold. I can't remember them, but I had them up in the front. They have a pretty purple bloom. If I think of the name of it, I'll put it in the video. But I had cut those back because you cut those back anyway before the spring. Here you can see the leaf on here. So maybe you'll remember this one, and it has a pretty purple bloom on top. And this is what happened to it, that some of it that was left, but I expect these to come back. Okay, those are my veronicas. I had to cover those up. So everything under here I covered up with a pot, except for the alyssum, because alyssum These are cold weather plants, so I knew they would be okay. But I covered all this stuff up with the pot. And of course, more ornamental cabbage. Cold weather, they do good. My foxgloves, not so much as the wind bent these and did all of that as the tart. But there were very windy conditions with the cold. So I'm gonna cut these back. I see where I got some new blooms can come. I see new blooming points, so I'm gonna give them a chance. And oh my goodness, we ain't gonna even talk about my poor hydrangeas. So that was a hydrangea, and it had a couple of leaves, which you could see it still has a few leaves, but it was in bloom. This was a pretty pink bloom, but then look at here. Here's a bud. All these buds were pretty and green, so I'm scared. I'm gonna have to wait and see. Did the buds get damaged in this cold snap? Because I didn't cover this one because I don't know. You remember, I'm new to doing these hydrangeas, so I thought that they could handle it. So I hope I didn't make a mistake by not covering those, but we shall see this spring. But up there, they had green leaves, and look at them. It's like gone. Um, of course, like I told you, the pincers couldn't handle it, but these were under cover. Even under the cover, they still got some damage. My mom's, they're doing good because moms are a fall plant, so they were getting ready to bloom. And I had one or two in some pots around here that were actually blooming somewhere. Oh, over here. So let me see if they actually, oh yeah, they did. Okay, so they survived because see, moms are. So I'm gonna take the pot off when I finish putting everything in here, but oh my goodness, look at the leaf damage on these. They were so pretty with the purple plants. I'm hurt about a lot of stuff, but we'll get through it. So yeah, okay. My salvia. These are some wave petunias that I got to come back, and they're coming back real good. Um, they were covered too. So let's go check out the backyard. My azaleas, of course, did good. All my roses did good. This here took the most beating, and it looks good. So azaleas can definitely handle the cold. This was a basket I did right before the storm because everything was looking so pretty. I felt I could go ahead and start my basket. So here we go, alyssums and some violas. Um, looks good, but look at them, my euphorbias. And I don't know if the flapjack plant got damaged by the cold or what, but even my little pearls, the wind was so heavy it just blew a lot of the pearls off. So these branches came off my palm tree, and I'm so hurt because I really thought that my palms could handle it. So here we go. This is like plant hospital. So as you can see, and I'm sorry about the lighting, I know it's probably horrible, but the pentas, the lantanas, all of the hibiscus, they turned brown. This hibiscus, the thing didn't fall off, so it still has some green leaves with some verbena in there. Doing pretty good. Here's some more, what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of the name of those. With this, I don't know why I can't think of the name of them, but that's what the purple one was around front. Now these were covered, but look on this side. The cover blew off. Exact same plants over in there. Cover blew off. These got crisp. This is the same hibiscus from over there. That is the penta from over there. So you could see where the cover blew off of stuff, it took more damage. The things that were covered did a little better. So I took the cover off. This one was still green. This is another hibiscus. But I took the cover off the second day and it started browning each day. Those are pentas. Some of my those are lantanas in the pot back there behind those. I don't know, I'm going a blank. I think it's the stress from seeing all my stuff just gone. But look at my palm tree. Like days before the storm, everything was green. And look, and I'm really hoping that the color comes back. But as I look around our neighborhood, everybody's palm trees are brown. And then look at this. I covered my salvia. This is a rose. Like I say, roses did good. I covered this salvia good. I had a lot of plastic on it, but I'll show you some other salvia that was in a pot down there. Now this one was in the ground and it was putting on new growth, and it still is. It didn't die. I have peppers down there that were coming up. They look like they died back. You can even see the little pepper right here. And it was so pretty and green the day before the storm. So I'm gonna see if they'll come back. But of course, my roses good. These agapanthus were so green for the first 2-3 days, even after the storm. But as the week went on, they started doing this, and I didn't cover these, so I don't know. But I know you can cut back agapanthus, and I know they'll come back. So those are vincas intermingled with my grasses. Vincas are warm weather plants, so I didn't expect them to make it. My Cuban oregano, uh, they do that every year, but all I have to do is cut them back. And I did have some in the greenhouse, but oh my goodness, look at my evolvias, and this is in the ground. So I am hoping that when I cut that back, I'm gonna get some fresh new balls. This was my plumbago. This was still good 2-3 days after the storm. And I didn't, of course, cover that because they say plumbago is cold. But let me show you. This is also plumbago. The cover blew off of that. Look what happened. This is also plumbago. The cover did not blow off of this one, and look how it held up. So that tells me plumbago needs to be covered if it drops below 30, because this is clear evidence of being covered and not being covered. Okay, so don't let them tags fool you. That's why I say you have to have experience. Them tags don't always tell the truth. There's my lantanas again. Lantanas are warm weather plants. What I got to wait now to see is how bad was the damage, because we cut back lantanas anyway before the spring for our new growth. They grow on new wood. So we shall see. Roses did good. Look at all my roses, green growth. This was growing before the storm. Look at that. These are full. Snowbush, they did good. They got their fall color, even though we don't have a fall here, but they turned their fall color. But look at all my tropical plants. The tropicals, canna, crisp. So when I cut them back, I'll see how much damage. Okay, there's what I was talking about, the salvia. Those are the proven winter salvias that wintered over for me. So see how that is crisp? But look at the verbena in the same pot with it. Verbena loves cold weather from what I can see. But the salvia didn't. Now the cover came off that salvia. Look at that one. The cover did not come off of that one. So look at the difference. So it does do it matters to cover your stuff, because here's the proof. Um, Sweet potato vines. I hope when I cut those back, they do all right, because the ones that I have covered, they are good. There go a pot of daylilies and vincas. The vincas died. Daylilies are good. Penstemon. This was my first year doing penstemon, and I am so proud of this. And it even got a pretty green color, so maybe it needed a cold stratification. And it's getting ready to do its thing. Look at this vine though. Oh my goodness. This thing was so pretty. It's called the Wandering Jew. That's what they call it. This is what it normally looked like. This pot was full of this prettiness. But look, this is pentas, lantanas, Cuban sage, and this vine all in here. So this pot's gonna get a full cut back. Over here, all this was covered. You could just see just from a long shot how all of this azaleas, lantanas. Look at that, lantanas still blooming. They were covered. This one here, the thing blew off, so it got more damage. But look, still got little blooms on it. I got thyme, Cuban sage. They just couldn't hold up. They don't hold up in the. I mean Cuban oregano. They don't hold up in the cold weather. Here's my azalea. Now the thing that I'm trying to find out about this azalea, it was this pretty green right here before the storm, but it's taking on kind of like a burgundy hue now. And the flowers did come off, but I don't know. Maybe that's what it do in cold weather, because it still had blooms. It still has blooms. My foxgloves right here, I brought them out to get some rainwater. They were, yeah, they love, bees love it. So the bees are doing good on the foxglove. They love the foxglove, but like I say, those were on the back porch, so they were protected. I'm gonna cut them back and get some new blooms from those shorter shoots. But I had just got them like 3 or 4 days before the storm, and they were pretty. And I just put them in the pots that I'm gonna put them in, but I didn't really get a chance to put them in their new soil or anything. So we shall see. And that's pretty. Oh, my lantana and my pagoda tree. Poor lantanas, but I got some new growth. So this was covered. The thing blew off the top part up here. So the top part, of course, is dead. But look at all the new growth green down there. So this is the damage from the storm that we had. And overall, I think I did pretty good, honestly. I can't complain. I got a chance to cover up a lot of stuff, and that helped me. I'm real proud of my olive trees, because I need to put them in the ground, and they were in the pot. And one of them I messed around and didn't get to cover it good, and I thought that it was gonna mess up everything, but it's still, they're kicking, and I think I'm gonna find where the permanent spot is gonna be, or I'm just gonna plant them up in a bigger pot and choose a spot for them next year. I just want to see them continue to get bigger, because they were this tiny last year. That is, if y'all remember the video, this much. All of this is new growth from 1 year. So these are my May night salvias, waiting on them to bloom. But everything, I was just bringing things out of the greenhouse. Of course, the bougainvilleas, they're winter, summer plants, so they were covered up and they still have green. So I think, again, we did pretty good. And I brought in my butterfly bush, and I think that's what, I know that's what saved it. And here's the other butterfly bush. This one got more wind damage because the thing blew off it, but it was in here, so it was still protected. But this one here got totally protected, and the buds are even still attached. My elephant ear, it did good. It's just, little stuff, even my snapdragons. But snapdragons, I think, are cool weather. So I'm just going to cut those back and expect another flush. But yeah, that's the brunt of the damage. Here's the babies that I saved from my coleus up front. And like I said, if I wouldn't have covered them, they would have been gone. Coleus are truly, truly summer hot weather plants. So guys, you can grow stuff, and you just gotta know what can last through the winter and what can't. Here in Florida, we can really get blooms year round if we do it right. So I just want to show y'all some of the things that lasted and things that I did to help. So if you come into this problem, you'll know what to do in the future. And see you all in the next video. I'll be making more videos now because I'm gonna be working in the garden here. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and remember, God loves you, and so do I. Have a blessed day.